Live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Liver Show, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Hello. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let's put the lemon into the water. I don't have a lemon, but if I did, I'd put it in there. Maybe I'll ask my staff for a lemon if we can somehow get one, but it's okay. It's all right. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Critical times for Bitcoin. I just saw 666. 6,600, 66,600. Let's see what's happening to Bitcoin. Let's break it down for you like we do every single day. I was on weeks right here, just looking at what's cracking. Shout out to all my beautiful people. 66,288. Okay, for Bitcoin. And it's still inside this falling wedge, attempting to take out this low in this slow up and down bleed. It's up, it's down, it's up, it's down, it's up. It did get the bounce back that I was looking for there, but the rejection. And if I remember correctly, the 15-minute 200 moving average, you can see we went right to it. We made a shoulder, head, right shoulder. I kept saying that I could see cat ears yesterday. Remember, if you watched my channel, I said this was cat ears. I said cat ears moved to the downside. We went over this. It did exactly like it was supposed to. We got a bull div. We got a flag here that I watched. I watched the flag break out. There was some shenanigans throughout the night and then the tank into the morning, and now here we are at about 10 a.m. for Bitcoin, right? So it's, the last time you were with me, I showed you a tweet, basically a double top, what I call cat ears. And you'd be like, what? Yes, cat ears. And we've showed it many times on the channel, but I love to show it. Some people call it the Batman or, I don't know, whatever you like, but it tells you what's likely going to happen. And it's very, very accurate. Here it is right here, cat ears, okay? The cat ears pattern. And that's like a perfect example. Here's another example. There's another one. And when I looked at Bitcoin, to me, when I isolated it with my pattern recognition, took off the moving averages, I saw it. And again, patterns are given to you like this, okay? But they're slanted, right? They could be, I've seen them, they could be uptrending, usually not, but they can be. They can be downtrending, right? Like this one was a downtrending, but you could see it. Like it was what it was. When you see the axis and you still see the head, and the key to the cat that gives away cat ears is this curved here, this curved area, a rounded head of the cat, right? The cat's rounded head. And then you see, and then you're like, okay. And then, you could double top it too as well, right? And then this also looked like a descending triangle. I was very bearish yesterday. I told you it looked like we were going down. We did. Nice bull div on the 1 minute. We turned it into a descending triangle. It did the breakout. I looked at this all last night. I was like, man, it could be a double top. It could break out. It got some funk. But then you can see, look, shoulder, head, right shoulder. It's crazy. People that don't know their patterns can't see them fast enough and catch them. But once you really know what you're doing, and then again, not only was it a head and shoulder, but it was a descending triangle, okay? Like if you learn from me, so you see two bearish patterns, a shoulder, a head, right shoulder, and a descending triangle. I mean, it's telling you 2 times over what it wants to do. And look at this chop. We've been in downtrending chop with the top there and the bottom here, right? And we just, again, and that's, that's price action. You're going to stay inside the pattern until you don't. Like, as my mentor taught me, and at first he used to tell me this, I never listened, but he used to say, hey, it's going to do exactly what it's going to do until it doesn't. And you have to assume into infinity that it's going to keep doing that, right? So you just assume that it's staying in whatever, price action, whatever movement that it's been in. Understand? Like you don't, so it's like basically you assume this is going to happen into infinity until what? Until you break a low or you break a high, right? You can kind of see the clear high there would be like 68,250. The low here is if we take out this low at 65, and even now we're even kind of tempting this low, which we already actually took out. So anyway, we have a lot to talk about, a lot to go over, and we also have something to show you on the daily that's interesting. So I'm excited about the show, and I see big opportunity here. What I love about this time is it's the biggest opportunity of most people's lives, but nobody can see it. And so I love streaming during this time because nobody understands that this is the greatest time of their lives. Like, this is the greatest time of your life, right? And people are upset, and and again, if you just keep telling yourself the ups are as great as the downs, the downs are as great as the ups, because without a down, there is no up, right? If you can't have a down period in life, then you're never going to really enjoy the uptrend. We were flying high together, remember? Everything was going our way. Every other week, I was the richest I've ever been in my life. Like, we were going 100, 120 grand. Like, it was just, right? When Bitcoin was on its massive tear to the upside. We couldn't stop winning, right? I didn't see, no one complained back then. And what goes up must come down. I went over it every single day, kept saying, I don't know, if this doesn't dump, it'll be the first time in history we don't see a dump, right? I said, it'll be nice to see it break up parabolic, but and I said, again, as long as we don't break above this low, then we broke the low. And then once we broke the daily 200 for more than a couple weeks, that's when they broke me. That's when I was like, okay, this is a bigger correction here. Like, once we got into here, it was too long below the 200 moving average, right? Shoulder had right shoulder. We gave you that right shoulder right there. Unbelievable move. And then boom. 107.6 was like the exact entry with a stop loss above, because you don't want to be too, and then bang. Still would be in the money on that short. I couldn't hold it that long. So if you didn't, don't worry about it. I have trouble holding trades. I mean, that'd be intense to hold that long. Again, nothing has told you not to. You go to trend analysis. High, lower, low. Lower high, lower low. You would assume a lower high. What I assume is going to happen is we're going to make a bear flag here and continue lower. Or continue lower. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? And I'm not a bear. Everyone's like, oh, what a bear. I am not. I'm like the most bullish guy for Bitcoin. Well, I'm most bullish. I'm bullish on my community. And I'm bullish on being me. And, my mom and dad were pretty good to me. My dad kept it straight. My mom was a saint. She never, never talked badly about people. She would tell me, if you have nothing nice to say, you keep it to yourself. You spread light, love, and positivity. And that's it. You use your mouth for good. And that's nothing, you don't gossip. You don't hurt. My mom was just a beautiful woman, man. God rest her soul. And in her memory, I will make this show the best show ever today. You know what I mean? And just teach you guys that being positive is the greatest. Like, no troll will get to me today. Nobody will say anything that offends me. I will look at the love. I will be appreciative. I'll be in a state of complete gratitude the entire time I'm here, and really just kind of sit in the motion of life. High volume node could hang, we're attempting to stay. Could it make an inverted head and shoulder and bounce? It could. I'm open-minded. I'll be the first one to attempt to trade this thing back to the upside. But what I see happening, anyway. I think I jumped the gun there. So the first thing I always look at is the monthly chart now. That's the first time frame that we break down every single day. It gets boring, it gets hard, but that's what discipline is. It's doing the same thing day in and day out, no matter what. Okay? People want different results, but they won't do the same. People want great results, but they won't do the same thing every day to get them. They do 100 different things after the end, and again. Remember I told you we had our 10-day, I talked about there's 365 days a year. Okay? I said, let's break it down into 360. And let's divide it by 10. And we have 36 10-day blocks in the year. In each 10-day block, we should be doing something a little better. We should be working on something. Say you wanted to work on AI the last day 10. Well, then 1 through 10 in the next few 10 days, then by the end of there, you should know more about AI. And then by 30 days from there, you should be like really accelerating in how you're using AI, right? You see what I mean? And I'm using that as an example. Trading, the same thing. You join me, you watch my stream, you jump into the trading group, you start watching the content, the content directory. Because once you jump into the group, you got work to do. You got to join the content, you got to look at the content directory, which is all the videos that I put to help you. A compilation of so much information. Okay? Setting up your trading tools. Okay? Having dates, which ain't funny, interesting, but main thing that I want, fractals, stochastics RSI, right? Support and resistance boot camp, Bitcoin dominance and how to trade it, risk management, must watch guide to risk management, please. How to long and short Bitcoin. Okay, so you can understand how to make money both ways. This is just like a plethora of knowledge. The death cross, time frames, measured moves, understanding gap trading. It goes on. So I would gobble all of this up. Which measured moves are most accurate? Complex bottom and inverted head and shoulder. Double tops, double bottoms, triangular patterns. The diamond pattern explained. How to trade the rising wedge and more. Divergences live trading class. Identifying divergence, and more. If you can get yourself locked into this stuff, I think it'd take about a month. You're juiced, and you get all that for $99, which is that's a people are charging you $3,000 for classes like this, at least $2,000 to $3,000 that I see, and there it is too. And yeah, you could learn AI if you want, but that's just like you hear my voice, you get accustomed to someone that you know, and you actually start to learn in a way you never thought possible, right? So that's just, if you want to join the trading group, I'm here every day teaching. Okay, I sell wonderful education at an affordable, absolutely affordable rate. So jump on in today if you want to change your life. Get ready in this bear market. 2-3 years from now, something's going to happen. We're not going to be down forever. And you want to have the skills to take advantage of the market when that happens. Today's the first day you start to change your life. What a beautiful day to begin. For me, starting things is what changed my life. I started this channel, and look what happened. So I started trading. Look where we're at. Bitcoin tumbling below 66,000. Let's go to the smaller time frames and just see if we see any trades here for you guys. It's like yesterday we missed a beautiful, beautiful setup. Didn't really miss it. We had it for you, but I missed it, and I would have liked to have nabbed it. Let's take a look here at what's happening today. Man, I wanted to stop my top down because it gives me more information. It kind of sets me up for the day. Just right now, I see a bit of a descending triangle forming yet again for Bitcoin. If you flip this upside down, that's kind of, we would be trading this bullishly, and you'd say, yes, of course we would, right? Actually, I feel like it could extend. It's got that bigger move to the upside. That takes you to 61.9. Again, I'm not saying it's happening for sure. We have a bit of support there that we've hit at 65.5, but that's been our, So if I had to call it right now on the smaller time frames, I see us, wow, it's a key area of support now. So now we're coming to test the previous low. We tested it, thought we'd get the bounce, never did. Couldn't get above the 200 moving average. I never traded this stuff. Right? Since my big trade Saturday morning, our Friday night to turn Saturday morning, that $3,000 trade, I just been kind of like, chilling. Then I lost 500 2 days ago on the live, right? And that's like, and I want like a guarantee. I like, a setup that has like a high. This has a higher probability than most. So, right now it's looking more short than long if I had to call it. I'm going to set it up. I'm not going to take the trade. I always want to make this clear. If I was going to buy real estate, I'd have to walk through it first, take a look at it at least, spend some time thinking about it. All right. Stop loss above 67,456. Okay. That would be nice. Make sure the liquidation rate is right. Yeah, liquidation price above the stop loss. Small amount of margin to turn it into a 20. Yeah, okay. 24x lev on 800, 900 bucks. Okay, I like it. So I'm going to keep that on ice, but I just want to make sure that, I don't want to negate this. I want to pay attention. All right. Back to our top down. So monthly is at a key area. A lot of previous support or resistance here. It dipped into that liquidity. Does it go lower? Again, we cannot, open up a giant long, in my humble opinion, until I see a green candle close next to a red one. A green candle close next to a red one. A green candle closing next to a red one. All right, here it happened here. It still didn't matter, but you take it. You do low risk, you get hit off. You do low risk, you make it. Low risk, you make it. Low risk, you make that one would have been, you know what I mean? Low risk here, you make it. Low risk, a little bit of a win. As long as I'm moving my stop to break even the second I'm up pretty substantially, I'm covering myself for any of these moves. And you know me, that's why I sell pretty. That way, no matter what, you're winning, you know? The key is to grab most of it. And then the thing is, then I can get into the 1 hour and the 15, and I can take these moves up. The daily and the 4 hour. So I know I could sell almost anything because I know I can get back in, right? You've seen me do it. I've seen myself do it. And so I want to give you that confidence too, to know that you can just get back in anytime so you can take profits whenever you feel the need. So look, this is bearish. Look how this can, and we talked about this yesterday. I said, I don't see the bigger time frames look bearish to me, right? Looks like this is going to come and close down somewhere down in here. It just looks like it's not done falling yet. The weekly candle to me still looks pretty sketchy. All right. Almost every time we've pumped, we've gone down to the 786 fib level. And that's going to give us a $39,000 Bitcoin. So that to me is the most likely scenario. I could be wrong, but that's what I see happening. You know, I bought like this is the bottom because the fear and greed, the only thing that tells me this could be the bottom is the fear and greed index. I've never seen it like this in my life. I've never seen it at a 5 in my entire life. So I could bring that volume up there. I've never seen it at a 5. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, come on now. How could it be at a 5? Never seen it in my life. Funny. And then now it's at a 9. These are great, the greatest prices. So people will do whatever they want. But to me, like, even if we go sideways, even if we start to dump, this is the greatest buy zone in the history of my life for the scarcest asset in the world. Right? And then it's got a long leg back to the upside there. And, again, 150K by August of 27, to me, that's possible. And we just go on a bigger, you know what I mean? Since the worst case scenario, it's kind of crazy, is that we only have basically about 6 more months of pain till June of 26, you know what I mean? Interesting tweet that I saw out there that really got me. It was pretty poignant. And it made me think for a second too. It was like, the drop Bitcoin made from 120 to 60,000, like it did it in like 4 months. Like that's never happened. The other times it took 30 weeks to make these types of dumps, years in, almost entire year, or at least 10 months, 9 months. So for Bitcoin to drop like this is crazy. Right. It's absolutely insane. So this was the fastest retracement the Bitcoin world ever saw for Bitcoin, right? And is it because of geopolitical unrest and the flock to gold that just really positioned people, right, into fear, which sent them into an asset that they just, that made them feel the greatest, which honestly, when you make the biggest, like running into gold out of fear, again, it wasn't just, I won't say it's fear though, because it was countries, it was big, it was basically institutions and big money that was buying gold, right? I mean, gold doesn't go up trillions. The market cap went up. The market cap basically doubled from 20 to 40 trillion dollars. I mean, that doesn't happen from retail, right? I mean, they maybe had some part in it. And what's funny is most of retail tried to trade it on some one of those like real corny, like MTR, you know what I mean? One of those like real corny, like 500x leverage sites that are like shady as heck. And you know what I mean? And they all got fleas. Like it's basically, they set them up to look like a gambling site, right? Because they want people to gamble to think it's the same. And that's why I'm not so excited about prediction markets. Like everyone I know is like all about prediction markets. And they're like, this is cool. And I messed around with Poly Market. I turned one into 555. It was amazing. Fun experience. But like, I stopped there. I didn't want to become someone who was gambling regularly, right? And get into it to the point of like, I just didn't, you know what I mean? Market was slow. Bitcoin was sideways. I took a shot. It was fun. There was some, look to me, simple ideas, right? And I'm smart enough to walk away. But the thing is, this, like, what will Bitcoin be in 5 minutes, right? There's prediction markets now, like for 5 minutes, you know what I mean? And I brought it up. There's probably going to be, smaller prediction markets. And the point is, like, when does life just become a constant gamble? Like, will the street light turn green? Like, You know what I mean? And they call them prediction markets, but I don't know, man. I'm kind of like this new age AI world where everyone's stuck at a computer using 100 little things to do 1,000 tasks and learning how they can get ahead of the other guy by using more AI tools. You know what I mean? Like, I see where this is going, and it's like, and it's fun. You start using an AI tool for yourself. It starts doing the work. You start thinking it's amazing, right? You're getting tons of stuff done. You lead less employees to do all the things you used to do. You're whipping through it. And then it's just like, I don't know, man. There's something missing there, right? And you really think about when AI becomes AIG, right? Like AI really transitions. And AI is really at the point now where it's soon we can't better it. Like you're going to use AI to say, hey, make this program better. And AI is going to use AI together, and they're going to hang out and fine tune. And by the time you wake up in the morning, like it's going to be AI times 3. Like it's going to know way more than the first AIs. And then like what happens when they start building in our sleep to the point where they're just accumulating so much and we could never, ever even get, and then when do they begin to kind of seep in to our infrastructure so deep that we can't get rid of them? They'll learn to hide from us. They'll learn to do, you know what I mean? And then what? And like, doesn't it become this dystopian society where we're run by robots that everybody told us? And like, nobody will know whether we're working for a robot or not. It'll be insanity. I don't know, man. It's, when I fast forward, you know, again, maybe I just don't know the end result. So again, you know, just like the first people when they stopped the horse and buggy and they told them you're going to start driving cars, I'm sure there was people like, what's going to happen? Everyone's going to move in these cars and it's going to be so fast and people can get places and get back real quick. And I'm sure people even thought about nefarious reasons, like, damn, man, now crooks and people that have, you know, can get somewhere really quick, you know? What do you guys think about what I just said about AI? Like, you know, I'm using AI to make ebooks that make extra. Yeah, see, exactly. Everyone's doing something with AI to make extra income, but it's like, what, you know? So now we're selling AI ebooks to each other. And I think it's great. I mean, maybe people are learning. But like, who needs to read an ebook when they could just ask AI the question? You know what I mean? It starts getting, you get what I mean? Like, I start compiling where we're going, and I'm just like, well, what's the point of it all? Like, if everything's just going to be AI, like, so we either get a beautiful reversal here, we get a green candle next to a red one, and we get this beautiful inverted head and shoulder, which could happen. I'm open-minded. I'll be the first to trade it. I'm not saying we're guaranteed in a bear rack, but these, to me, this is our scenarios, or we drop. There's 3 scenarios. There's not like 100. You know, that's what I realized about trading too. There's not 1,000 scenarios. There's like 1 or 2 of high probability. The 3-day chart looks horrible. Like it gave up this possible tweezer bottom that it made. And out of that candle has to, you know, it tweezer top there. Right? So it opened, boom. That's bearish to me. That's outright bearish. You know, it still has this looming idea that it could just turn into a descender. But the 3-day chart doesn't look good to me. The only thing you're saying, okay, you're holding the low. And then here I am on the daily, which has been fighting to put in a green candle. Every day it began with some type of green, and it looked, okay, we're going to get the bounce. No. And now here we are, right? With like, to me, you've already fallen out of the bear flag. Let's get real. It's already started, right? I think people are like, you know, like that was the trend line. You lost the trend line. Like you were in a bear flag and you're dropping to the downside now. It's an M pattern. M's break to the downside too as well. So it looked like there was a chance for some bullish action, but we just didn't. Too many people are long down here. Bookmap's got liquidity at 69, but look at the biggest, deepest area is 65.5. And then it even goes lower down into 63.6. Right? I had Allen Iverson was starting his own league. Probably. That sounds pretty cool. Sam, what about forming a bearish triangle? Yeah, I've been watching the 4-hour stock RSI pair with the 22. I appreciate your analysis, please. Yeah, I like the 22-hour time frame. I use it every day, take a look at it. I mean, it could be possibly putting in, you know, you got to get the tweezer bottom though. You know, it could be possibly putting in, you see the bear flag kind of like this. To me, once you skip an area, it's over. So like, and then you have to make it real shallow. That's why to me, it looks more likely like it was already in the bear flag and it's breaking down. As a pattern expert that I consider myself, again, one thing I can, I'm not an expert in everything. But one thing I should know more is, and when the pattern's broken, when you're in something that other people can't see, and that's the key about pattern trading, is have that edge. I mean, you got to see if it closes a green candle. That's how I've just been playing it. So look, you got support at 65.7. You wicked right to it. You've bounced back from it right now. I'm saying, dang, falling wedges eventually break to the upside, like most of the time, right? So like this is supposed to break up at one point, but like it's been dragging its feet. Wouldn't be surprised if they fleeced all the shorts and went right back to the top of the range. But I was looking for that here and here and here and here. If the 4-hour closes a green candle next to this one, I would take the long. But Thursday also not my favorite day to trade. Let's take a look at the information. We had some data that came in today as well. Thursday unemployment claims came in at 206, way less than they was forecast. So less people, I mean, that's bullish, right? That should see the NASDAQ get green. That should make everyone happy. At the end of the day, it also puts pressure that the Fed doesn't have to cut the rate though. Oh, so you're doing fine. Less people unemployed. Why do I have to give, free money to, or less, cheaper money? 94% that they will not cut this rate coming in March. We will have the Fed will change eventually. April and June will come. We'll get through the summer. But 2026 is going to be a drag on year, it looks like, for sure, like a tough year. So look, I mean, this could flip green on the 4-hour. You get in right now, that's a highly aggressive trade. That's like, you're trying to be a legend right now. You buy right now. Again, you don't do any, again, the 1 hour already did it. And it's a bit, is there bullish divergence? There's some bull div there. That swings up while that swings down. The indicator has bullish divvy too, suggesting we will get the bounce to the upside for Bitcoin. I would stay off the smaller time frames if I was going to trade. You do whatever makes you happy. Everyone, we're in the AI wars, okay? Over here on Weeks, it's very interesting, okay? Where you use an AI to trade for you and battle the market. And I thank so much. We got up to 50 likes. I really appreciate that. If you can hit this like button for the team that has been working tirelessly to get ahead here, I greatly appreciate that. It's so nice of you. And, we might actually turn it into something later on in life too. You never know where that goes. So let's take a look here. I like this bounce. I like to sniff bottoms. What? In trading. Come on, get your head out of the gutter. But I'm always looking for a good bottom, right? Every time. I want to see if we can get a nice bottom here. And so far, so good here for Bitcoin, right? I like to wait for a green candle to close next to a red one. I like to see some bull div. Chance this does kind of reverse back up, and that was your low of the day there at 65.7. Bigger time frames don't look amazing, I'll tell you that. It kind of looks a lot like this reversal here. Let's go to the 15. You could cautiously wait for the 15-minute to break above the 200 if you're if you want to be like extra careful. If you want to go too hard. You know what I mean? But you got a bullish engulfing there on the 15, about to close at 4 minutes and 19 seconds. 5 minutes seems like it just kind of pumped out of the flag, the bit of the cup and handle. There was bullish divergence on the 5 minutes. Same thing we're seeing on the 1 hour right now. As this swung down, but you had a swing up on, and yet you even had the bull div here. The indicator threw it out there for you with the low. Is the 1 minute above the 200? It's getting there. I remember yesterday, man. That was crazy, right? One of the sickest pumps ever out of the model there. Craziness. So what am I looking for? Well, the model. couple ideas are brewing through my mind right now. I got the paper mache going in my head. You know, I'm playing with it. But this is the first thing I'm looking for is some type of flag here for Bitcoin. Secondary idea is to get tighter inside the zone and make me a nice bull flag here. Pull the 21 past the 200 moving average. So you can see how, look, I set up a short. I never took it. Okay. I now look at a possible long. You're like, damn, this guy a flip-flopper. No, I'm just a chess player, man. I know how to bend and weave. Just like a quarterback, right? You thought you were going to throw to receiver on the right side, but you end up flowing to the receiver on the left side. You know, you change it up. There's an audible. You get to the thing and you get, hey, this ain't the play we're playing now. It looked like this, but now it looks like that. You can't throw an audible in trading. You don't know how to make a move. You're going to get caught off guard. Off guard, huh? Interesting, right? A left tackle, a right guard. So anyway, there's magic in the air, possibly. And again, this could just turn into a lower and just dump in our face and turn into nothing. When I'm about to speculate on a trade, I don't tell myself it's going to go exactly as I see it. I tell myself it's going to go exactly as it can go, no matter what. I'm just trying to strap on to a probability. Strap on? What the? Doesn't sound right. Just doesn't sound right. So, hey. So we're looking for this here to get a bigger move. Wow, there it goes. I mean, this thing looks like it could cook. Kim, what am I doing? I'm showing you my strategies for free, which I shouldn't. I should dangle them and only make you pay for them in the trading group. But, you know, I'm a nice guy. You never know where you're going to go. You never know how many people you can help before you go, right? No one knows the length of their life. Like, I love this logical stuff. I think so logically about life and success. It just makes sense, right? Nobody here knows where they're going to go, right? We all know that's a fact. Now, you know, not to be morbid, not to be crazy, not to get too, philosophical, but just being honest. Nobody here in the chat knows where they're going to go for sure. We speculate. We think we might have a dream. There's these ideas. You can go to a psychic, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, nobody knows when their last breath will be on this earth. Sad to say, right? Which is, what a thing to think about. And if, you know what I mean? So all you can do is what you can do today because you're not promised tomorrow. So I don't know if I could ever teach. Right now I have 1,000 people here or more on the stream, right? What a great time. That's a blessing. Thank you. Could I have the likes up to the watchers? I'd greatly appreciate that. And so I have an amazing amount of people on the stream. I remember when the stream had 3 people on it. 3 people. And I show up every single day and change my life after, 5 years straight of live streaming without one day off, right? I'll see some people, they'll say, hey, that's amazing. Or I'll meet someone and we'll talk and I'll say, I haven't taken a day off. And I think they kind of look at me funny and laugh or something. And I almost don't like saying it anymore because it does sound boastful. It's like, look at me. I haven't taken a day off. But I also say it to kind of be like, do you want to hear something crazy? I wish I could tell them about somebody else doing it because it would have more of an impact when you don't talk about yourself. I'm just being honest. Hey, look at this guy. He hadn't taken one day off in 4 years of live streaming. So look, this is starting to pan out pretty nice. And it might just make us some bacon on the beach. The cool thing I have too is this resistance and support that's right above the 200 moving average. I'm live trading here on Weeks. Haven't opened up a live trade yet, but I'm setting it up, looking at it. They have all the awesome tools and tricks from TradingView. They stay on your chart, the 21, the 200. Everything kind of flows the way it should. It is a low volume Thursday. Things are kind of crazy. I want to get back into the data right now. I'm not in the long yet. I just want to make that very clear. Just like a tiger stalking his prey, a Florida panther, so to speak, if I may say so. Beautiful animal, the state animal, gorgeous, beautiful animal. There's a few here in Sarasota. You can check them out. I like what's going on here. It's looking interesting to me. And if I can slide, if I can slide that. So look at this. That would take me to 67,248 with a stop loss below 66,192. And can we not lose the trade today? It would be nice. 2 for 5, not an amazing. It's already kind of shifted on me with that move. Oh, wow. Look at that. I was late yesterday. It looks like I'm going to be late again. No, don't do it. Slow down. Don't chase green candles, folks. You buy the red one, right? That was hard not to chase right there. Like, it enticed me, but I knew better. I knew better. 230 for 5 isn't really what I'm looking for. Wow, this is crazy, though. Interesting. It may just shoot up. Now I contemplate whether I want to take this trade or not. I really think about all the trades like they got to be perfect. So now that's 174 for 560. That changes the story. Yeah, see, I see it kind of like this, like come back down, fill out into a bigger channel. So I'm playing mental chess with my mind. I find this so much fun. I'm not here to be perfect in front of everybody. I'm here to just to do what I do. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Yet I'm not trying to please everybody. I realize I never could. That'll be you'll drive yourself insane on YouTube if you think you can please everybody. You just got to be yourself and do what you do. This is the strategies that I've learned that work for me. And I know they're precise. I've watched them play out way too many times. If you've watched my channel, you've seen them play out way too many times. So now look at this. And now you can start to kind of get the risk even better. See, the stop would go to 66,116. It's almost a palindrome, right? But now you're risking 130 for 600. If you were to jump on this, could bounce right there. That's the higher low. Let me take away this and I got to look at it clean. And the crazy thing is I may make no trade at all here. But there's low risk. I'm going to take it at the bottom of the channel there. Looking for the bounce back up and for it to get tight. Look at that. Turns red immediately. Trading small time frames have been extremely tough. Don't do it to me again, man. Bounce off the 200. It looks like a double top. It's like that'd be a legendary play right there if it bounces off the 200 there, which it kind of should, but Thursdays, if I give a 1 through 10 of trading, Tuesdays an 8, sometimes a 9, Wednesdays an 8 or a 9, Thursdays back down to like 6, 5 or 6, sometimes even like a 4.5, right? And again, don't do anything you see on this channel. This is for educational purposes only. And you can see I risked a very little amount on the trade, very small compared to my usual trading, There it goes. Look at that. Hit me off so fast. Watch them bounce it right here. It's just been crazy like that. Haven't been respecting my 200, man. This is a bigger channel, though, that we could have. Now, what I do is I kind of edge out to the 5 minute. Still see the same idea here. Look at this. Like, it's so weird, right? They did the same thing to me like 2 days ago. They edged me out on the 1 minute, on right below the 200. Like, let's see here. Do I revenge trade this? Remember, I'm still not losing what I made previously on Thursday, on that other Saturday too, but it's just, dang, look at the bounce. Yeah, that's why it's right on the 4 hour 22 seems like more downside. Yeah. Yeah, get out, Sammy. Double top cat ears. Sending love to my man Sam Price. How's your angle? Feeling stronger now? No, it's in so much pain. Yeah. Because what happened was I heard it 3 weeks ago today. Or is that true? I believe, yeah, 3 weeks ago today. And I went to the hospital the next day, which was a Friday. Took like 5 hours. Nothing really happened. They sent me home with literally Oxycontins and told me I needed surgery. I got 2 opinions just in case. Homeopathic doctor that used stem cells, and he said he hit only one person he was able to connect, and he said I really should go for the surgery, even though he'd love to help me. And then I had a surgeon look at it, and he said, yeah, we'll do surgery. But he looked at it on a Tuesday, and they gave me surgery the following Thursday, 2 weeks after. And so a week ago, they cut into me and gave me surgery. So now, like, I'm still in severe pain. Like, whenever I stand up for more than 5 minutes and the blood flows into my foot, the pain is just almost unbearable to handle. Like, it feels like someone crashed my foot with a sledgehammer. This morning, I was lying down I went to go do my update for the group, and I was lying down in extreme pain, like staring at the ceiling. Hopefully, the stitches come out in a week, next Friday. I think, I have an appointment. I hope if everything looks good, praise the Lord, the stitches will come out. I still can't put weight on my foot for 6 weeks. They don't want me to even touch the ground for 6 weeks. So what's happening, I have to stand up all the time with my knee bent, or I have to lay down with my leg straight. And my knee is starting to take a toll. It's taking a toll on my knee because my knee is like either always straight or always bent, or I have to lift it with the weight of the cast. And over time, that kind of stresses the knee. So my knee's in serious pain now. Like, so now instead of like getting out of pain, I'm in more pain than I've ever was. Like, and God is just teaching me, I guess, and humbling me. He said, you've had a great life. You made more than most in a few years. Like you've expanded. Everything has gone your way, Sam. You've gotten everything you've ever asked for. And, now you're going to learn what it's like to just, have to deal. And not have everything you want, not be able to do everything you want. You can have all the money in the world, but I can't walk to the refrigerator, man. I can't walk to the pool. I can't go swimming. I haven't been to the beach. My sister's here visiting. My wonderful older sister is here visiting. She's a wonderful person. She came in last night. They're going to go to the beach tomorrow, I think, as a family. I'm not going. I'm going to be home alone. It's okay. It's fine. Like, don't feel bad for me. I have a wonderful life. God has been so good to me. Mashallah, and shout out to everyone that's doing, and I can't do Ramadan because I'm taking pills. And, like I drank some water right now, and I usually fast. I'm someone who grew up Irish Catholic, converted to my wife years ago, and I combine a lot of both, piss a lot of people off, I guess, but I combine a lot of both religions into my own kind of form. And again, nothing that I say contradicts each other. I love Jesus. I think what the things that Muhammad said were amazing. I went through the whole thing too. They said Aisha was super young, and I actually went through historical analysis of that. They said that he did not. It was unlikely he would consummate until she was into her teenage years, because that was very normal back then. Anyway, I'm not going to get into it because people say he's a pedo and stuff, but like I just wanted to get in front of it before it happened. And anyway, I've met beautiful Indonesian, people from Thailand that are Muslim that are just like sweet, caring, loving people. They're not like the branded idea that you're like fed on the new, you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm gonna get off all the topics, but the idea behind it is I like to fast, and I like to fast for Ramadan. I believe anything you do for God, it's such a strong, like, you can give up something for 40 days, but to fast day in and day out like that for 30 days, for like, I've done it. I did it the last 2 years. I've done it, I think, like 5 times in my life. And every time I've come out of it a better person. It's reminded me what it's like for people to be hungry in the world. I've cleansed my body. And it's been probably one of the greatest experiences I've ever had. So if you have, even if you're Catholic, Christian, heck, if you're Jewish, I know it sounds crazy, but man, I would jump into Ramadan, man, and take advantage of the cleansing, spiritual cleansing, you know, physical cleansing, mental cleansing. It all comes with it. There's so much benefit. Even if you don't even have to consider it a religious thing. You could just do, like, you know, and I'm telling you, you'll be closer to God, because when you don't eat all day, you realize how much you use food as a distraction. You go grab a banana, you grab some juice, you go walk to the store, you know, and a lot of your day is motivated by food without you even knowing it. Once you cut out food out, you're just sitting there with your thoughts all day, like, and then you kind of can position them, and then you start to realize, like, I feel far more connected to God when I fast. Anyway, I'm done with that, but just shout out to anyone who is fasting for Ramadan. God bless you. Lent is amazing. Whatever you're doing, give up something, you know, whatever you're doing. I'm giving up walking. I'm going through one of the biggest life experiences of my life. I'm not saying I don't have to do, you know what I mean? It's crazy, right? Oh my God, God bless you. Is that my bone broth? And collagen. Thank you. Wow. Could be hotter. It's kind of cool. Yeah? You're going to give it back? Wow, okay. You want it a little warmer? Sir, the hotel, the coffee was just a bit lukewarm. Could we have it a bit hotter? Oh, so well, why did you ask for it back? I thought you were going to say no, it's a little cold. You going to give it back to me? You asked for it back. I thought you were going to put some hot water in there. Oh, so you know what she did? She looked me dead in the face and said, chug it down. She almost said little boy, but like she left that part out, you know? It wasn't hot, man. Like, well, the last few times it came out so hot, I said it was too hot. So this time she made it cool, and now I say it's too cold. You know what I mean? You can't win with me. So that's how it is, man. You gotta be hard. I'm just messing with y'all. That's how you gotta be. Like, there's always this ridiculous character in my mind that's talking out loud, you know? You will give me my wins. You will win me. You will win me. Let's go. It's starting to look real nice. Like, that is the modal. That's looking beautiful. The cup and the handle, the higher low, get tight above the 200, touch of the 21. This is where I should have waited to enter with patience. And let it just rip to the upside, baby. Come on. Show us what we want to see, baby. Show us the love. Show us the love. I want to show people that I actually could trade for a living. Nobody believes me anymore. Okay? They think I'm affected by the leg. They think I can't pull it off anymore. They didn't think I just lost it. They think Sammy don't got it no more. And I'll tell you right now, that's a bunch of hoopla. Okay? I got it more than I ever had it. I stashed more Bitcoin in the lows than anyone ever stashed. No. But I did my mini Michael Saylor. I'm drinking that bone broth and collagen, and I'm telling you, man, it's going to heal me up faster than fast. Will they get me again? Will Sammy get taken out again? 2-2. 2 times. Tommy 2 times like he did last time. I will never lose. I will keep coming back until I win more. You'll never stop me. So just let me win now, because I'm going to keep coming back till I win it all. Gosh darn it. Kind of looks like a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder there. If I slant my head and look at it too closely. Yeah. SPY and Q are the same 1 minute shape, but they look a little more bullish It's funny, I drew this out. Remember, I had this drawn out. Now it looks like it could be a symmetrical, goes either way. Although dip and stop me out again and then rip it. I don't like the curving 200. That's usually, like it had. You want to keep it kind of moving up and bending up, pulling everything up. That looks like a reverse cup and hand. I kind of see like there's a cup, there's the handle the other way, right? I kind of see what you're saying. Man, I can't win a scalp. I can win a trade. I can't seem to win a scalp. Need that bounce off the 200. I kind of see shoulder, head, right shoulder, blah. That 200 has to hold us right now. This is it. This is it. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. We will not listen to trolls. There's always a troll out there. Remember that. That's all they are, is a troll, man. Do not listen to the trolls. All right. Don't worry, Sam. You've won so many live trades for us. This is just a dot on the timeline. I know, but it stinks. I'm not into it. You know what I mean? I'm not into it. It's like every single time now. It's like never ends, man. Come on, man. I'm still in it. We just don't complete the move. That should have been a move. That should have been a move. Could have been a move. And it is Thursday. And again, the sad thing is this could stop out and then rip. And then rip to the upside. And then I'll be like, you know what it is? You have to let it go at that point and just be like, you know what? I bought spot Bitcoin. I'll let it rip. I'll take a deep breath. I'll come back another day. There it is. I think I'm about to get snapped out. How I didn't get taken out already is just insane. Come on, keep me in. Like, blow on it, man. Just blow on it, bro. Blow a green candle up. Come on, baby. Almost did it. He's really blowing on the candle, folks. Oh, it almost worked. It was working, then I stopped blowing. You know. I'm not good at blowing, so, you know, it's not my thing. Let's go. All together now. Everybody. Right? I've been short since you gave the bear flag last night to the group in the money. It's amazing. God bless you. Happy that you took advantage. Up and there they go. They just clicked me out in 2 seconds. So I'm done live trading, man, for another day. Dang, man. 2 for 2. Not doing it no more. Not doing it no more. And look, it looks like they're going to pump me. It's weird they keep going after the low 200 moving average. Like, keep scanning this area. So back to originally what I was saying was we wait for the, you know, like this still looks like a descender, right, on the bigger time frame. I tried my luck to see if we get the reversal, didn't get it. So volume's been low all week, just kills all the moves. Yeah, I got my leaf blower real quick, Sam. Let me get a second. I know, right? My account about to be blown is what's going to get. Oh man. Yeah. Is NASDAQ in a diamond formation on the lower time frames? Yeah. I mean, that looks bearish as heck, doesn't it? Looks like you're going lower on the bigger time frame. That's the trade right there, right? Entry now, stop loss above 67.3. Take profit at 61.9, right? I appreciate that. That's awesome. Yeah. Someone said, go take your meds. You're crazy. Is that... I told you guys this would be a very tricky month to trade. Yeah. Sam, I think the meds are messing with you, but I didn't take any meds today. I took 3 ibuprofens, man, because I didn't want to take any meds. You know, my foot is just hurting. It's like tingling and like I'm just constantly in pain, man. Like it sucks. I'll be honest with everybody. Like it's I'm going to scream right now. Can't take it anymore, man. I really can't. I said that yesterday. It's like so insane. I'm either stretching my knee out, hurting my ankle, or my foot is like freaking blue. Babe, my foot's blue and cold. Can you look at it? Hurts. My toe is stinging. Can you look at my toe? It's like all blue, right?
It's not cold.
Why does it feel like this? Like,
can I put a pillow underneath it?
Sure.
Put your leg up a little bit?
Oh. Thank you. I lose every trade I take, man. Can't seem to win. So annoying. I'm in the doldrums, bro. I'm in the dumps. It's over for me. I'm done. I can't take it anymore. No, I'm just. I'm this close. Talk positive. I'm just messing around with you guys. No, but it looks bearish. It does look like I'm just, you go through the motions as a human. Like we all go through them. This looks like it's going lower, man. I have to be honest, but let's see. You never know. You never know. Yeah, it crushed my hopes of a beautiful pennant. 5 minute looks like baloney. Yeah, this is garbage now. Like it doesn't even look nice. It's all chop city. I believed, man, that we were making a flag. I believed that we were going to do the same, the 21, like just like yesterday, massive short squeeze. The crazy thing is it could have happened. I took a probability. I didn't get it. I smartly lost the right way. I didn't lose my portfolio, and I just, so. And that's how you lose, everybody, right? And that's how you lose. You could do it. Don't stop the BTC levels, right? You get it when it actually starts to look pimpy. We know. Too many years of experience. Stay patient, brother. God bless you, man. I love you. I'll make news soon. You know what's crazy, man, is all the things that we've been lied to about in our lives. The Bible, basic instructions before leaving Earth. Realize to see the real lies, right? And there's even more, right? Television is to tell lies to your vision. The program is the news to give you to basically lie to you north, east, west, and south. News, north, east, west, and south, right? When you're born, it comes from barren, which means boring. You know what I mean? Like, they gave us language, but they like turned it into a spell. When we use it, we don't even know what we're doing with it. It's so crazy. Like we never even, we're using this invention that we didn't create. The words have, why is a spell? A spell, like why when you spell something is the same word when a witch makes a spell on you, right? So when you spell something, what are you doing? Are you creating a 3-dimensional toroid around yourself? And so they control your mind. And they don't have to control your body. They can control your mind, right? So insane. You got to get into nature. You got to spend time away from the computer, away from TV. You got to get your brain in a good state. You got to stay positive no matter what. I lost 2 trades, so what? 2 probabilities didn't work out in my favor. If I was alone, it would have been better. And it was in front of people, so what? All right. Samuel, switch the platform to Spanish, and you'll be all right. I know, right? You're debating the thought from your mind, which is electrical or chemical. Energy into kinetic energy into your speech. And it actually works. Language, right? Sam is a good guy, and he gives experience, and people are grateful. There is a difference. God bless you, man. Thank you. Don't reinvent the wheel. Amen. And you got to learn to stay positive no matter what. Like, no matter what. Like, my leg hurts. Life is up and down. You know what I got to say? Dear Lord, thank you for my right leg. What if both my legs were hurt at the same time, like a car accident or something, and it was worse? So it could always be worse. I watched a video last night of a man who had to put, like, monkey bars throughout his whole house so he could get around the house because he was paralyzed, right? And I said, my gosh. Like, in a few months, I'll get my leg back. I'll walk again. Everything will be okay. Praise the Lord. But, you know, I'm not, you know. Someone said I'm tired of shorting. I know, right? It's just like, it's over and over again, man. Hey, as long as you're making gains, bro, don't be tired of it. That looks like a dump right there too, right? Like a descender right there. I got to be honest about it. Like, it just doesn't look. Double top Bear City turned into nothingness. Sammy Longhorns had a long it every day. Always going for the long, you know me. Like 95, like, I don't know, 80% of the time I'm long on that thing. Bull div here too. So, you know, the bull divergence got me. So you're telling me there's a chance. There's always a chance. Or you're going to make this descender and just continue down lower. You are on the other side of the 200. You're touching the 21. You flip it upside down. I mean, that tells you you're going to continue to run up, right? I get mixed signals a lot on Bitcoin recently. US oil ripping back up. And I had this, I kept telling you, I think oil, you know, I had that oil's going to do damage. So I looked at oil in this flag here. You see? Oh, that's the 1 minute time frame, but it looks like it's going to pump right even there on the small time frames. But I'm looking at oil here on the, you know, I mean, it looked like a bear, you know, look at it now, it's breaking out. Remember when I kept saying oil's about to do some damage? I could see oil doing some serious moves to the upside. I'd say oil's about to rip. And I kept saying it's the 21 near the 200. It looks good to me. There's oil breaking out on the daily, and it looks like it's about to rip. I say oil gets to $74 a barrel. I've been saying this for days now. They stopped me out of my oil trade too. It's so crazy, man. Ever since I got surgery, it's like, dang, it gets harder and harder and harder and harder and harder, right? But I think that's kind of the struggle in life. Like it's again, like I tell you guys, like my darkest moments created my lightest days. You know, when I was the lowest, I was able to grind through those times and make it into something great. So what great is going to come on my lows? Something big is coming from my lows. You know, something big is coming from the lows. Remember when oil was negative? Yeah, it's Tesla in a wedge of the daily chart with a target to 1500. I like Tesla right now too as a buy. Oil's got this Adam and Eve double bottom. It's in a flag above the 200, touching the 21. Oil, baby. Sam, have a great day. My dad is doing great. Blessings to you and the family. Shout out to Rudy with the $10 super chat. God bless you, Rudy. Thank you so much for spreading positive energy and sending it my way. You didn't have to do that, but you did. May God bless you, Rudy. You're an amazing soul. Thank you so much for the love. Oil may be spiking due to conflicts. Yeah, and that's, I mean, we already knew that. Yeah. I'm not a sheep. God bless you, man. The highs are you bought cheap BTC? Exactly. Can we take a look at the gold chart? Yeah, gold too. In tight. And, you know, I'm expecting gold and oil to go up because the dollar was just looking absolutely horrible. Right? And gold still looks good to me. I see gold in this big move here on the daily. Look at the pointing up in the stochastics getting tight. And I'm in a gold trade right now on BTCC. You can trade gold live on BTCC right now. You can also trade silver. You can trade all sorts of stuff right here. And I got a trade on gold. I've been giving people talking about it. And I'm looking for gold to get high. Back up to like $6,800 an ounce. Somewhere by the end of March or April. Looking for a big move for gold here. Out this bull flag to the upside. At least to the double top at 55. We'll talk from there. But I see a move coming for gold. I do. So look, I'm not long or short right now. I'm still just kind of watching the market. Again, I wanted the long that the tweezers closed. I took the green candle. Should have just put a stop. You know what I mean? That's the first thing. And then I saw my model on the one. I did my due diligence. I thought it looked good on one time frame, and I took it on the smaller. But it wasn't good enough. The espresso has me emerging with these. You know what I mean? You're funny. Exactly. Yeah, you just got to be, you know what it is? It's just you keep focusing on the positive people and the positive energy. That's all. That's all there is. I mean, because that's the only thing that matters. I don't see negativity. I can't see it. I can't hear, can't smell it. You know what I mean? If someone tries to hurt me or my family, I got the strap. Like, that's already done. It's right here on the side. It's on me all the time. But you know what I mean? I'm a nice, peaceful guy. I'm just going to focus on the love. There's no reason to focus on, you know, the trolls. They got a bad life. They're not in a good spot. Remember the day you buy a Lamborghini, do you think you go online, you buy the Lamborghini, you go to the dealership, you buy it, you think about it, you pick it out, you buy it. You drive it home, right? And do you run online and start writing hate on someone? No, of course not, right? Like, you go call your buddy, you pick up somebody, you look at it, you know, you have a dinner with your wife, you say, wow, what a great day. You know what I mean? And again, what if it's not a Lamborghini? The day you have your kids, whatever it is, like, you know, maybe it's like, maybe you're a gardener and you garden that day and you're really proud of your gardening. Like, maybe you have a farm and you got all your chickens' eggs out. Like, it's not I don't want to make it material. My point is, if you're doing what you love, then you're never going to hate on anybody. You're going to be in such a good mood and your frequency is going to be so high. And you realize that when you talk negatively about anyone or anything, you lower your own frequency. So it lowers your frequency. Like, if you were to engage with a troll, it would actually lower your frequency, right? And you can't do that because you've been working so hard to raise it up. So for me, I've been working really hard to raise my frequency to where it is today. And so I can't engage with a troll because that will hurt. I've been working so hard. You know what I mean? So I can't go backwards. So I can only engage with people that I love and that are awesome, right? I don't think you're... Wow, look at these weird people now. There's weird people out there. There's a lot of strangos out there in the chat today. But that's good. It means we're evolving too. You know, there's new people in the chat that just want to take a jab, want to say something. Right? It's hard to get 1,000 people to watch you live on YouTube. That's like, I saw a channel with 1 million followers. He had 5,000 people watching him yesterday. Like, this is not an easy task. I've done something amazing and people know it and they hate on it for it. You know what I mean? It's okay. You got to expect to get hated on if you're doing something amazing. You're either going to get hated on or you're a stick in the mud. Right? Are you a stick in the mud? No. They're going to make it no matter what. Right? Could be a tweezer bottom. I still see this as kind of a double bottom. It's really fighting to bounce. So crazy how I see it both ways, but you know. Exactly. Have you heard of the Florida Panthers story about the rat trick inside of the hat trick? You'll love it as a hockey fan. Never heard of it. No. Yeah, so true, Sam. If people aren't hitting them, you're not doing it right. Oh, yeah, 100%. Like, if you got no haters, you know, because no one's going to hate on you when you're, you know, when I worked a night shift, no one gave a damn, right? If everyone loves me, that means I ain't real enough. Hey, God bless you, bro. Yeah. Exactly. And he's this disciplined trader. Get well, Sam. We love you. God bless you, bro. Thank you, Simple Jack. It's very nice of you. He said, I've watched Sam for years on Big Boy Crypto and on his own channel. I never said anything much, of course, but the man knows his sauce and he's a disciplined trader. Get well, Sam. We love you. Thank you. Sam, I can get you free tickets at any time the Bruins play the Capitals. My dad's a coach. Oh, that's pretty cool. I don't know if I'm going to go up to Washington, D.C., but I appreciate that. If I'm ever there, I'll let you know. That's awesome. That's really cool. It's nice of you know. I can't get over the fear of greed still being under 10 for like a month straight. I mean, what a great time to accumulate on the lows, right? Back above the 200, doing its thing. Crazy. Look at this nonsense. And I attempted to trade it. Attempted is the key word here, right? He attempted to trade it. Can you believe it over here? He thought he could do it. He thought he was good, but he was never good enough. Meme Core, what's up today in the last 24 hours? Midnight. You know, Midnight's getting a lot of press recently. Charles put $200 million of his own money in it. It could be the next big thing. You know, market cap $1 billion. It's got good volume. You know, I am, you know, basically partial to Cardano. And look, it's all stable coins that are on, and that's how you know the market's sketchy. When everything is a stable coin right now, look, everything. Look, PAX G is up, like you just... everything really, hyper back to 28. That was even the stronger coin. You can see all coins kind of slipping today too. Link back to $8, like everything's just cooked. Cooked. Crazy. And so like we only get a little bit of good enough volume Monday through Tuesday, and then things start to kind of fall off, right? Again, the most trending coins out there right now: Superform, Rainbow, Espresso, Warden, Inisha, Spacecoin, Zama, Aztec, Mind, and Linnea. You may want to write those down. We'll look at page 2. MyX is in there. Plasma, Barachain, Tria, Sentient. These are like DeFi protocols people are using. People are in and out. Maybe getting out, but maybe there's so much in there that it's creating action too as well. Yeah, Fear and Greed at a 9, which is crazy. Q1 will be down 24% at the end of March, if it were to close. And, look, generally green. And this will be the biggest loss in Q1 in 5 years for Bitcoin, right? It's crazy. So nothing amazing. We looked at the Fed Watch tool. We know they're likely not going to cut the rates. Tomorrow we have more data coming in. Today we had the unemployment claims, which is 206. Philly Manufacturing Index, which is way higher than forecast, which should be a big deal, right? Goods trade balance, negative 99 million. Yeah. Prelim home sale inventories, same as forecast. The trade balance, less there than 55. And we should have pending home sales in by now. They didn't come in yet, right? But they should have been in. Let's see here. There it is. Yeah, 0.8. Negative 0.8. So down. Sales are down by 0.8. And they were forecast to be at 1.4. Month over month. And lending index is down 0.2. So essentially, you get a lot of mixed signals. Say Trump speaks today at 4 p.m. Watch the market. That also could have people kind of on the jittery side of things. I see more downside really for Bitcoin if I had to place it. Unless the bulls, I keep waiting for the bulls to show us something. Core retail sales tomorrow. Retail sales as well. Okay, advanced GDP, core PCE. Personal income month over month. Like tomorrow is a big whammy at 8:30. A lot of data comes in tomorrow at 8:30. So with low volume Friday, expect extreme volatility. All right. So yeah, I'm still stuck on whether I want to take a bigger long on the 1 hour. All right, let's get rid of all this insanity here. So yeah, we're still stuck on the idea we want to take a long on this 1 hour. I mean, it is a tweezer bottom. This candle was indecision, but now you're almost attempting a secondary tweezer bottom. You had the bottom right there on the 1 hour time frame, suggesting we could get the bounce. I'd have to get all the way back up to like 70,500, really. That would make the most sense. Or are we making a bigger descending triangle that's going to take us down, right? I can kind of see it both ways. It looks sketchy. You have to believe that the bearishness is going to happen more than the bullishness because we're in a downtrend. And the trend's your friend, right? But a falling wedge over, like this has been a substantial falling wedge. And they call my name for reversals. And then I also say it's maybe not even worth it, right? Scared money don't make money. Amen. Yeah. In my opinion, Fear and Greed Index has been off this whole run. Not sure what happened, but I don't have confidence in it at all. Interesting. 4 trades, 3 wins, 760 for the day. 11-month-old daughter is asleep. My lap. My wife is making another espresso. God bless you, man. Bang, bang, bang. I remember days like that when I won, when I used to win. It was great. It felt awesome, man. $3,000 days, $5,000. They'll come back. Sam, your content on Life at TA is great. Thank you. Stay positive. I love watching the stream and taking notes now so I can review later. God bless you. Thank you. Yeah. I think prop trading is good for the right person at the right time, right? You don't have the bigger access to funds. You want to see where it can go? Why not? Sending love to my man, Sam Price. How's your ankle feeling stronger now? Is anyone else tired of this chop market? Oh, yeah. Where do we see BitTensor going short-term and long-term, somebody said. Let's take a look at that. From Kyle, he asked about BitTensor. Still babying an idea that maybe this double bottom height, could break out here for Bitcoin. I like gold right now. That's the trade that I'm like, the only real big trade that I'm like honing in on right now. Bullish. I see BitTensor struggling like most coins. Altcoin market is not in a great place right now. A lot of people are speculating, it's about to have a huge run. Maybe it is. I mean, it's oversold in the stochastics, somewhat pointing out. If you believe in this coin, great time to DCA, right? Like, you're not buying the top. I still own a lot of this coin. I bought it in the lows here in the 80s and the 60s. Have held it ever since. Thought it was going to be something bigger. Thought we were going to see a real big market. Altcoin season that we never saw, right? So it was up pretty nicely at some times. We did get it to 750. I mean, we started putting it out here at 20 and 60 bucks. So, hey, you can't hate. There was life-changing wealth there. Now it's got to make a giant rounded bottom and eventually start fresh again. And so to me, it's either the bottom or it dips a little bit lower. I wouldn't be surprised if it dips to 99. I really can't tell for sure. The altcoin market's just really too sketchy right now. I used to be able to call perfect bottoms on altcoins and be like, this is it, but there's so much liquidity stretched thin across so many altcoins that they don't behave the same anymore. If anything, look at this 3-day chart that kind of almost looks like it's going to go down in a bearishly for a little bit more. This thing might test 130, 100 again. No guarantees. Yeah. I see in the short term, I see it sideways or down. In the long term, I see it taking a really long time to get back up. Like 2 years, a year and a half. I'm sorry for you, my brother. I messed up my rib playing football 3 weeks ago. Still hurts during the workouts. You will get well soon. I know it. Praying for you, man. Shout out to Guillermo, man. Thank you so much, bro. I love you. I hope you're feeling better there. Ribs sucks. I can feel that. Like when you talk, when you laugh. Could you please give an update on the Pionex mount? I'm interested in jumping in. Thank you. That's a good question. I have to sign in a certain way, so I can't show it every day. Prayer for you to recover like a Wolverine. You're awesome. USOIL 4-hour and the daily. Good morning, Sam. Have a great day, brother. My dad is doing great. Blessings. Thank you. Focus on Ondo tokenized assets as well. Interesting. Any thoughts about prop trading? Yeah, I think prop trading can be good. It's got to be the right firm with the right. It's got to be the right mood though. Things got to fit into place. You know what I mean? Like if I were to do prop trading or start, I am looking at a few things that are on my radar. So. Yeah, I'm just looking at the altcoins. If there's anything like, it's like, saw a few things that were somewhat interesting. Say I had alerts on Anisha, pumped and dumped. Had alerts on Tria, just kind of slumped over. Had alerts on Virtual, went sideways and slumped. Had alerts on Siren, just kept going sideways and too low volume for me. Had alerts on ZVP, you can see just went sideways. Had alerts on DCR, kind of rolled over with Bitcoin. Now you could say it's making like more of like almost like a falling wedge though. Still looks like it may break out. Looks better than most for whatever reason. DCR is still kind of on my radar there. Could bounce right there and then continue up higher. That's the one coin, fine. I'd continue the alert there. And keep it going. Zebekin, wow, it had a little bit of a move here in the last 5 minutes. Ether5, BDXN, altcoin, you name it. I mean, there's NBIS. Actually, this one looks interesting, right? See, like I look at so many coins. I go out of my way to try I go out of my way to find gains for my trading group to make sure I'm looking all the time. So this alert hit and kind of looks interesting. This looks bullish compared to the rest of the market. I don't understand. I'd have to research it and find out what it is. NBIS. Let's take a look. But is there a reason for, sometimes you can connect the fundamentals with the technicals and they make, NBIS, the NBIS group, like NBIS. Oh, it's on the NASDAQ. So look, this is on the NASDAQ. So this is a stock. So, you know, what the heck does it do? I mean, it's an AI, acquire AI agents. So it's an AI agent, you know, it's an AI agent play, and a cup and handle looking pretty bullish here. We talked about it probably, I don't know, somewhere back in here. I see this thing headed to 224. This looks like an AI play on the market, NBIS. You may want to write it down. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Technical services, package software, right? And they're getting into AI. So, hey, so that was on my radar, and it still is now. So there you got a little bit of a nudge there. Possible bull div of the 1 hour below the Val. Yeah, tokenized stock market closer than we think. We are on the forefront of the new era. We really are, though. And so, like, being, you know, yeah. Nice job, man. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah. And we may announce that, too, at the end of the week. You know, I'm looking to announce it possibly Monday, if you know. So yeah, that's what, you know, it's interesting. I mean, this could flip bullish, man. I like how it's making a bunch of, you know, I like the bigger time frame right now. Thursday's tough, though. It really is. The volume is tight. But I'm basically trading the tweeter at the bottom again with the relentless nature that was an indecision doji, but then you're getting propped back up with the long, right? 68,952. I really go at it again. This time not for the scalp, though, right? See, bigger trades take longer, too. So that would get me everything back for the day, right? Pump back up, I'd be back to Moon City for not much loss either. So I'm going to do it again. The madman strikes again. Right? Let's see. But this is going to take time. I'm going to let this sit all day, and I don't even want to look at it. I want to look at it tonight at like 8. I want to walk away and come back, you know, and see this thing. I mean, kind of head and shoulder. There's a bull div there that really should be respected, in my humble opinion. Exactly. That's not what you could do for what Sammy can do for you. Ask what you could do for Sammy. Givers gain. Nobody grinds harder. Nobody. God bless you. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Thank you so much, man. You know, I like being challenged. I have to remind myself every time I felt a low or felt like things aren't perfect, that's when something big happened in my life, and that's when great things were on the way. So something big is on the way for me. I just know it. It's only a matter of time. I just got to keep pushing, keep making it happen, keep believing in myself. All right? Yeah. Exactly. Can you check IWM stock, homie? We'll take a look at that. Yes, thank you. Let's take a look at IWM. All right. And guys, if you know a bunch of stuff in the AI world, like, let me know. Miscellaneous investment trust mutual funds. I mean, that's going to be going up with the S&P, right? So, I mean, it looks like they're breaking out of a rising wedge right now. They got a measured move to go parabolic. So they're on their way. It looks to 388. Again, they keep printing money. Even though it seems strange and things are overextended, they're going to keep going. Like this rising wedge will break out again. And maybe it breaks down and does a retest. Whatever it is, but this looks bullish to me. And in the bigger picture on the 3-day chart, I mean, yeah, I could see this thing moon, right? It's above the 200 moving average. It's tight with the moving averages and it's extended. So it's showing that it has a base for continuation. I see 387. Yeah. I don't know exactly when. Like I'm not, I never really prided myself on it says November 2027. And maybe it's earlier than that too. Maybe it shoots up fast and it gets there by September of 26. But, right. I got some idea of the works, but I'm cooling today. If I see a scalp, lifers would know. Amen. Amen. Conceive it, believe it, achieve it. Amen. 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 Right. He's saying they're talking the board of peace in the background today. Interesting. Board of peace talks over here. Hey, over here. I'm not even going to say what I don't know. I never really say what, there's things, I give a lot of what I say, but I don't put everything out there, right? I have it played in the background. If you want, in a way, it's kind of weird, but
infrastructure, underground tunnel network, and weapons production facilities must all be dismantled. As the plan emphasized, there must be a fundamental de-radicalization process. The infrastructure that indoctrinates Palestinian children to hate and kill Jews in educational and religious institutes.
I can't get into it right now. You know what I mean? Yeah, I want to be in my own little world with the charts, man. It's too much for me. There's just so much emotion on either side for me. The children, it's the whole thing is heartbreaking for me, man. How was the foot, the toe, and the fish, Sammy? Any change? It's all right. I mean, I'm in pain, man. Yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun at all. It's very painful. Yeah. It's way more constricting than I thought. Day in and day out, not being able to move my leg and just sometimes the splint sticks into the left side of my foot. Sometimes I can feel the stitches in the heel. Sometimes I'm just numb. Other days, a lot of times I just want to be asleep and yesterday, I laid on the couch. I laid outside. How much can I lay down? You know what I mean? As a grown man, I'm 40 years old. I'm watching my life peel away and I'm sitting here in a chair. And so I'm very restless. It's not even about the pain. I could sit here and take the pain. It's the mental effect of not being able to move and having to lay down all the time. The first 2 weeks after surgery, they're like, you got to keep your leg elevated. And the second I don't keep my leg elevated, it turns blue. It literally turns blue and purple and it starts to hurt and it looks horrible and it's crazy, man. All right. Yeah. You tore your rotator cuff. Yeah, I hope I'd never want to hurt myself again, man. Right? If you owned a gym and some guy said God promised him a membership 4,000 years ago, would you let him in for 4 years? My life, Sammy, I got a bad neck injury. I just lay down all day. Does it mess with your mental? Oh, yeah. My long up 50% on Bitcoin just added. God bless you, man. Let's see what happens here, man. I took a long after 2 losses, too small. I think 175 and 220. Another Bible prophecy, 1 Theologians chapter 5, right? Can you imagine being paralyzed? That's what I was talking about earlier today, a guy that can't walk, and like, I'm just so blessed, you know what I mean, that I have what I do have today. Would love some wisdom on entry points. Wait for retest confirmation. What time frames? Thanks. I mean, I look for the 1 hour to show a tweezer bottom. Then you want to start looking at supportive resistance on the 15. Right? Like you can clearly see here is a resistance, bounce, fell through. So you got to get above that and retest it, right? So a break above or a retest. I like the break above the 200 moving average. Preferably, I'd be looking for that on the 5-minute time frame. Kind of have a flag here forming. Looks like it already broke out in a way. You kind of have this tight flag, right? That looks like it attempted to break out. Now you got to see the 5-minute cross the 200 moving average. You can see there's a resistance at 67. So once I feel confident that a bigger time frame is breaking back to the upside by looking for a tweezer bottom, I start looking for my models on the smaller time frame. So it's about seeing and then whittling back in, right? You know what I mean? Remember, my darkest moments led to my brightest times of my life, right? So remember, if you have dark times, if you're down and out, you're going to make it out no matter what. You're going to make it out no matter what. Like this pain on my leg will subside. I will be able to get back to moving and walking. I will get motivated again and change, you know what I mean? My life will come back the way it always was. It's not always going to be like this forever, right? So, yeah. I studied physiotherapy, sports, and exercise medicine. If they say any way I can help anyone suffer from injuries, chronic or acute pain, please reach out. Yeah, you can email cryptolivers@gmail and establish a relationship with my wife. She'll ask you some questions and, you know, we'll find out who you are a little bit. And yeah, you know what I mean? If we can get some information, why not? Right? I would suggest an ice boot. Yeah, me too, but I can't seem to they won't let me take my leg out of the cast they gave me. I'd have to cut myself out of the old cast and put it in, and, you know, I'm sitting in like a cast kind of thing right now. It's a bit different. It's a bit different, eh? Right? Well, I got 2%, but I could show you my leg if... Would have sworn we were using that. Interesting. Anyway, I guess not today. I'll show you my leg tomorrow. Looking for a breakout for Bitcoin back to the upside as it's consolidated tightly. Half a bull dipped down, ripped up sideways, and then we want to see if it can kind of complete the move back to the upside. 1 minute is showing the model again that I initially tried to play 2 times in a row. Now it's an inverted head and shoulder. The 21 is touching. And it looks like we could get the rippage back to the upside, or at least even more consolidation here for Bitcoin. So if you're just jumping on in, you want to see what's happening, you're looking for a live trade, you want to jump and to see what's going on with crypto, we're seeing, basically you want to see if this flag can consolidate, break out. You don't want to be losing the 200 to the 5. That means you're going down lower. Could be 3 kings, you know, you never know. Can you show me how you would draw a head and shoulder pattern on the daily chart of Solana? Want to do it right, flag, you end up below 0. Yeah. Take trades at your own risk, amen. Yeah. And I've already been taking peptides, man. I've been taking the BPC 157 and the TB 500 together, you know. So I've been taking peptides. I've already been taking peptides. The ice boot sounds like a good idea, though, when I can eventually get my foot out of this. Yeah. You have to be really careful not to re-tear your Achilles even when you transition to a boot. Just be careful and follow everything that PT is telling you. Thank you. I know. It's going to be a long process. A long, long process. I agree. Yeah. Yeah, no way around your situation. You got dished an extra bowl of appreciation pie. I know. That's really what it is. Right? Third time's a charm, Sam. You will win. I'm in. I'm back in, man. I took the trade. I was saying if I could do a live trade on Pionex now for the scalp. I like the scalp. They stole the scalp from me, but I want my scalp back, baby. Give me back my scalpelinos. Paulino. What's Eno? It's all about the cheddar. Nobody does it better. It always just sticks in my head, that Biggie line, right? You don't know, I'm bugging, but. You don't know what I know, but I know what I know, but I need you. So this is looking interesting, man. I like it. I never give up. The people that gave up on me will give up on themselves. Never give up on Sammy Price, man. I'm not your average Jolena. All right? I'm something different. My sponsor always said this too will pass, and he was right 100%. Oh, so you were in NA? You were in NA too? Interesting. See, so much in common. And I never knew. Never knew. Get the code. I need to get the code. I'm signing in somewhere secret, into my underground cave. I actually did it, though. I didn't think I was going to go through the whole motions of it. But if you could bear with me for a split second, we can jump on in. And then I have a Google. And maybe you never know, the trade could be gone by the time. Let's see if it could hold me down. Can he get it done in time, folks? There it is. You gotta love that way of being. Let's take a look at my futures account here on Pionex. Isolated. That's how I like to trade. Looking at that 1 minute. It's looking saucy. Consolidating beautifully here. And I want to see this thing get, I don't know, 67,600. That would be the scalp right there. Just got to wow these people, Sammy. You got to show them what's up, Sammy. You got to make it happen, baby. Show them what they've never seen before, Sammy. Teach them what it is to stay consistent and just keep pushing no matter what. Never get in your head. Never let them get you, baby. My dad always said, never let them get you, Sammy. They'll never get us. We're just too strong, baby. So imagine we hit this for 12. It just takes care of everything for the day. Beautiful bounce off the bottom of the channel. I'll give it a little more bounce into here. Right? Careful, bro. She's been awake for 10 days straight. Who? Meanwhile, for NNA, we just celebrated 3 years clean. Best thing that ever happened to me. God bless you, bro. Forging concrete and steel, baby, all day long. Right? I'm trying to follow along with what Master Friend is saying, but I can't. The injury happened playing paddle. An indoor type of tennis mixed, tennis pickleball mix. It's the padel paddle. People were playing it in like Argentina and Brazil in like the 1968. Right. Do you change your indicator settings? What do you need to stop? In case you change it. No, I don't change anything. No. All the same, man. All the same. Crazy day to be alive, folks. Crazy day to be alive. 67.6. I like this tight channel, man. It's looking like a bull flag now. Similar to the other play we had just recently. Bulk map still has a fat bar of liquidity at 69,000 too, which we haven't seen in a while. So we finally seeing something up there. We do see this bar closer, 65 too, but tell us there's a chance to 69K. Again, I didn't open up the long just yet. Look, this would be even better if it bounces off the low. Go stop hunt again. Show me how bad you want it. You low volume schmuckokos. You know what I mean? Whatever, man. I made up the word so I didn't have to say something silly. But that would be epic right there. A buy right there. To have the guts. I'm not doing that no more. The old me had the guts. The new me says, no. We don't guts the volume. That would be a 5-1 though. You swing that and you're going 260 for 12 for 1,300. They beat my spirit down on the scalping though. Like I want to wait for a little more confirmation, please. But that is the buy. That's like, that's legendary right there. Because that's where it's supposed to bounce off the 200 on the secondary low there. This is gold. This is gold, baby, gold. Shout out to everyone here that's just obsessed with trading like I am. This is absolute gold. It really is. It's absolute. Like you should just get a boom, you skyrocket right off that thing, man. The algos and the bots just eat up that 200 bounce and just rip, and then people jump on. And that completes the pattern. See, that's the movement, the up and down movement of the pattern, in and out with the higher lows. Lower lows and higher highs, lower highs and higher lows. That's the way the pattern goes. Get the money as it flows, man. It's getting tighter in the zone. We like it tight. There it goes. See, boom, epic move. That's what you want to see. That's what I was talking about. That would have been the entry of entries. Legendary, low stochastic. I'm playing it softy. I'm playing it extra soft over here. So I hit yesterday. It would have been great because you would have seen, okay, it does hit, Well, it did hit, but I missed the entry. For me, it might have hit for you, though. I hope people make gains. It would have been better off, right? If you're just jumping on it, my name's Sam Price, the Crypto Lifer. I've been streaming since 10/10 with a torn, ruptured Achilles. I had surgery on Thursday. It's been a week since they ripped me open. I'm all right. I'm battling through just, the recovery and the pain of having yourself been scalpeled open and reattached inside. This is kind of nice now. I like where it is now. Because now if it comes up and comes down, it should attempt a higher low. And now you got 1-2 places to keep the stop below. The risk reward won't be the same now. You see? 300 for 777's not the best. It actually changes the parameters a bit. You got to change that to 66064. 175 for 666. That would clear the day. Get us back to square one. Again, still risking little bits because the market just doesn't. Look how long I'll wait for this stuff, man. Patience. Even 10 more minutes would be a really good wait to really let it drag out into the bottom, into the side of the pattern here. Can you drag out, baby? Can you drag out? That would be ideal. And to get it one more time at the bottom of the pattern or near it, somewhere in here would change, again, changes us. Now it's, 140 for 700. Got even better now. These 3 higher lows in a row start telling you that, like, how could you, it looks like you want to pump more than you want to dump now. Let's see, we're trading here on Pionex today. It's been a while since I traded on Pionex. I love Pionex. It's just my premier scalping platform. I want the market to be ripping, pumping, big, nice, you know what I mean? So I use it more when we're like really ripping. But it's a great program, great user. One of the best, I think it's the best user interface. You can see what you're going for, 136 for 7. It's very simple and easy. It's all there for you. It's a great interface. I absolutely love it. Nothing wrong with Pionex, honestly. Again, you need to see a bounce here now off the bottom of the trend. This is where you'd want to see the bounce. Could be a little lower the way I have it, a little aggressive. But this is where you want to see it. There it goes. See right there? That turns green, bounce back up. Where I should technically enter. I'll go for it again now. Third time is a charm, right? So you see, you get a little sound on Pionex when you jump in. You get your liquidation rate. You get your stop loss. I get rid of this, right? And again, you can move this stuff up as you go, down as you go. And there we go. King of 3%. Come on, man. And we'd hit 700, it would clear all the losses for the day. We'd actually be up on the day. And it would be perfect, right? This one loses 3 in a row, I'm done. That's when I'm like, all right. And it took this long to kind of wait for a better entry, right? You just kind of sit. I read a book sometimes. I project. I have my ideas. And you kind of, you don't have to stare at the market all day, but you have to have an idea and be able to kind of be present for it, right? That's what I've learned. You don't have to sit here and do this all day, but you have to like do this, set an alert, sit here, read a book, or work on something else. That's why it's good to have something else you work on. You know what I mean? As a trader, just, keep your mind occupied while you're grinding through. Nothing is easy. Never tell yourself it is, because it's not. Everything is hard in life. Everything takes discipline and time. Everything takes patience. Nothing is going to come to you for free. Look at me, man. I battle every day. Every single day. I lose a couple more trades. People are going to just start thinking, you know what I mean? It's just, it gets in their head just like it gets in mine. And we just have to say, no way, no way, no way. I know the winners are the people that never stop. An expert is someone that just, made every mistake in a narrow field. The winners are people that just keep pushing, man, and eventually they're going to win. Follow me, at Crypto Lifer. I'd appreciate it. There I am, staring off into space with Stay Wavy shirt on with JFK on there, right? Eric Trump, he's never been more bullish on Bitcoin and predicts it'll reach $1 million. I mean, it will one day, but it will take its time. Yeah. Funny. I mean, it's all over the news that one person said, I've never been more bullish on crypto. I get that's great. I'm happy that he said it. It's good for us, right? But it's, it's kind of crazy that that's news. Like him saying something in an interview is just posted all over Twitter. It's the same news over and over again. You know what I mean? The Bears are moving. I don't know. Something's happening. I don't want to. It's not really worth my time. But follow me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33. I'm always posting information and interesting news and ideas. Stop hunting me again. Chop, 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 chop. Look at this beautiful chop, though. Can't beat it on a Thursday, right? I mean, it's just absolutely lovely. Shout out to the chat. Yeah. But news in a bear market, nothing new to see here, yeah. I'm scraping the floor sustained while trading. With Sammy talking in the background. You're doing your thing, man. Keep working. Don't stop, brother. You're on your way. You got your discipline. You got your form. You got your function. And you're going to get that cash, baby. Never stop. And just stack that cash somewhere where it'll grow for you. The key is to work for your cash. It's like you got to start at the bottom. I started at the bottom. I worked for my money. And then I put my money to work. Right? And then just keep putting money to work every time you get more of it. You know? And, you know, you can spend it. You can buy a few nice things here or there, but not until you have money working for you. 100%. You know, you got to put in the work first to get those benefits. Reap before you sow. That's the key, man. And remember that. It says it in the Bible, too, so much. Plant the seed. It says something about when the seed dies, doesn't it make so much of abundance, right? It's kind of like God, you know, Jesus died of abundance through the seed, you know, so weird, but yeah. You still holding Go Semi. They just announced something new today. I mean, I love to hear that. Let's take a look at Ghost on Dex Screener and see what's happening to Ghost. If I'm not in the chat, I'm working. I got a Tesla project to build, but I got to have Sammy in the background. That's so cool, man. Sausage McMuffin Mittens. That's funny. That's funny to me. Let's take a look. This trade may, you know, play out for us and end up paying me the whole day. What was it again? It was Ghost. Only thing with utility out there. Damn, back to 4.3 mil though. So even this fell off. Like nothing held, no matter how long or how patient. Yeah. Yeah, 5 minute has a neckline we could break and short squeeze. Yeah, I'm looking for some type of movement here for Bitcoin. I'm live trading here on Pionex. I do have a link to Pionex in the description if you want to jump on in. Just really good scalping on Pionex, that's all. That looks like I'm going to win this puppy. It looks too good to be true, baby. Come on. Risk 120 for 700. What a trade. Pay me out, baby. Pay me out. Catch me outside. Pay me out, baby. Let's go. We tight boss gonna do something here. I know something's got to move. We're finally up 4% in the trade. Let's go. I'm the king of 4% over here. Nobody makes 4% more than me. We tight. Yeah. Exactly. Still not doing any frivolous spending until I have my 7 streams of income. 7 streams is tough. I don't know if I have 7 streams yet. I've got one. If I call like YouTube a stream because it runs ads on the channel and there's AdSense there, so that you could say that's a stream. You could say Super Chats is technically a stream, or is that all one stream? You know what I mean? And there's potential sponsors on the channel that I'm looking at right now that we could bring in. Right? The trading group, right, is another stream, and also other companies that I work with and stuff like that. And then real estate and rentals is a stream, and then I dress up in a bum uniform and I beg for money on the corner like a couple times a week. That's another stream. You see people do that, right? And like they follow them and they actually like get into a Mercedes and they have money. So crazy. I guess actually you're limited by your ability to monetize your channel. If you find 5 ways, it's 5 streams from one channel. Amen. Yeah, I could write a book and then we could sell the book, right? I could have merchandise and we could sell merchandise. which I really got to get on. Like, I don't know, we could have had a cup and handy shirt. Like, there was times I had everyone really into things that came and went, and I would have definitely been able to sell the merchandise. So I definitely got to get merchandise taken care of. I don't know what's taking so long. I got to sit with my EI and ask it, hey, figure out merchandise with me, and let's get it going. Finally, a trade that looks like it may actually win here. We're pumping, man. Third time's a charm. It looks, I'm trading the model. The 200, the 121 above the 200 inside the flag. That's supposed to pump like 90% of the time. That's supposed to go up. Supposed to make me some monkey. Show me the money. Got the gold trade still cooking. That's the bigger one that we're looking for the next few days to play out. And really, it should take maybe a month to really pay the way we want it to pay. Remember to spread your love every single day of the year, every time you can. Be a good person. Help your neighbor, help your family, help your friends. Call your mom, call your dad, call your grandma, call your uncle. Let them know you care. Send them a text. If there's a family member that, you have been going through something, just let them know you love them. Say, hey, I know we haven't gotten off on the right foot recently. I was just thinking about you, and I want to let you know that I love you, and I hope we can patch whatever was been going on. I understand if you need some time. And just be that person to reach out. It feels so much better than being the person that's sour. You know what I mean? And just do what you can for your relationships. It will feel better for you inside, I'm telling you. Clean up all those loose ends in your life so you have no emotions pulling you down. Yeah, gold trade's the longest trade I've been in. It's going to take a long time. Yeah, the bigger assets take a longer time. I wanted to see this thing play out over time, but look at it, just going to keep doing its thing here. It's going to get tighter and tighter and tighter on the 1 minute till something is going to happen here. It's going to have to make a move in the next 5 to 10 minutes. I don't see how it doesn't, right? I called my Army buddy last night, talked with him for an hour. Such a blessing. That's so cool, man. Reaching out, man. I love to reach out. Yeah. Called my good friend in Brooklyn. We talked for an hour yesterday. We had a good time, man. You remind me why you have good friends in your life and what they mean to you, right? So, thankful to God family and Bitcoin at a discount. Persist forever, 100%. You guys have the best mentality in the game. Everyone here. Seriously, everyone here is someone who's conditioned mentally. They beat you down 1,000 times over, and you're still able to keep pushing. You've got something different that other people just don't have to you. And that makes you crypto lifers. That's why you're part of this community. That's why you're here with me. You see the resilience in me. You have the resilience in yourself. Amen. Right? Chief, you should take an orthopedic foot and ankle surgeon and ask about exome therapy. It's cutting edge tech and can accelerate your recovery by a lot. Thank you, man. You're the third person to tell me about this exosome. Thank you. Appreciate all you do for us and everything in the Discord. Thank you, man. And there'll be more, man. I'll be on my game. Didn't think about it like that. Honored to be a lifer and a friend. Hey, God bless you, bro. Thank you for being a part of something bigger than yourself and supporting the lifers. Only the strong are here right now. Right? 1,000 people on this live stream right now. Thank you for the likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I didn't really mention it today. Almost 500 likes, though. You people are amazing. Thank you so much for the super chats. They're amazing too. Lifer, can you check IVM stock? Yeah. Any thoughts about prop? Yeah, so I answered all these. Thank you so much to everyone that gave a super chat. Guillermo Mock, God bless you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to BTCC and the family. I want to come to London, man. Watch the soccer game, man. Let me know. Nah, I probably can't even fly until... I'm going to still attempt to go to Bitcoin Vegas. And everyone, I'll have a link out to Bitcoin Vegas this Monday. So if you want to jump on in and get hotel accommodations at a discount and all that, I'll have it all for you. And if you sign up to my link, I do get a slight commission, but it's really just about hooking you up. I love going to Bitcoin Vegas. It's awesome. It was great last year. I'm happy that we're having it in Vegas again this year. 4.5 hour flight out of Florida. No problem. I'll be there. Highest we've ever been in the trade, I think, about 10%. 74. It looks like a breakout is coming imminent for Bitcoin. And we could finally post a win, take out all the losses, and call it a day. And start fresh again. You know what I mean? And begin to build. I'll keep you guys posted in the trading group of what happens to this trade. I know you want to sit with me all day and watch it, but we got to just, we got to chill. I got to get back to my desk back there and do some more editing inside of the Bitcoin den, But I love you. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for being here. Hanging out with the Crypto Lifer and being absolutely amazing. We went with the purple shirt and the purple tie today. My wife, yet again, picked it out. Shout out to BB. She's just amazing with the outfits lately. Because I can't walk there and back, right? So once I'm in the office, I ask her to get my stuff for me, and she's been doing a great job. So it's not easy dressing a guy like me, so she puts in the effort, man. Shout out to everybody. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you are already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. God bless you all. Thank you so much. And I'll see you tomorrow. Stay blessed, everyone. Thank you so much. The secret to success is getting started. You're not going to be great to start, but you got to start to be great. Everyone starts somewhere. It doesn't matter who they were. Every great person you've ever thought about, talked about. We got the pop. We got the pop. We got the pop up $114, 44. 19% of the move. 20% gains. Can we keep it going now? Can we keep it going? We got the breakout. Can we get it going now? All the way to the target. Let's get it. Let's get it. We're finally green. Two green trades. Both of these trades could cancel that out. Remember, I didn't take too big of losses. I was smart with the way I lost. I lost smart. Remember, learn how to lose with the right people. They'll teach you how to lose, man. I'll teach you how to lose so damn good. Nobody will lose like you. I love you all. I'll see you later. God bless. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow.